Hi guys, me Misha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. Let's take a look at the market. First of all, Ford went down big time. You see, it's correcting. I'm looking at it. I already got my quick short trade here. There was nothing on the way down. Now I'm looking at it closely. I'm still playing out both possible scenarios if it's going down and going up. So like the old wave on hourly, which presumably broke and changed the direction. So that's our main wave. But I'm also kind of keeping an eye on these levels. Just guys, give me a sec. Give me a quick sec. Okay, I'm back. Let's see the rest of the market. Sorry, it's still early in the morning. Real quick. Oil is just oil. Oh, and actually it closed the day, and that's a 1 bar rule. Look at this beauty. News analysis poops its pants. That's actually 539, 540. So it was a 1 bar rule. What a beauty. I don't mean to speculate on other people's misfortunes. That's beautiful to see how loss, I wouldn't even call it technical analysis, it's just loss of the market in its visual representation, you know what I mean? How beautiful they work, how beautifully they work. It's just amazing. I kind of have a little FOMO about Ford for not holding the trade longer, but I didn't even hold it to 2R. I just held it to T2 of monthly, of 5 minutes, I'm sorry. Was a day trade. Interesting. It's too tight. So, and it's too high. And volume is here, so. SPY, you guys, it's not yet at all-time highs. All-time highs are here, but it's a historical T1. Oh la la. And so our Qs are interacting with the historical T1 and are at all-time highs right now as we speak. Look at this volume. Just look at this volume. What is this? It's like months. Oh, it's day. Might as well want to put it on months, but remove it from hour. From hour. Mishka English. Hour. It's also... Well, that's neglectable. Maybe I should have kept. Yeah, mismatch of daily hourly levels. Yeah, this is more significant. Look at this volume. Very impressive. Very impressive. Exactly. Huh. It's interesting. It doesn't matter anymore, but it comes all the way from here. Or does it? Or does it not? Let's just pretend it matters how the hourly levels are. Wait. I think it was a balance. And maybe starting from here, it was a balance. Just to be specific. And broke the level. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Anywho, how does it matter? It doesn't matter now. Sorry, I'm in my own thing. Yes, and Ford is part of the queue, sure enough. So, boom. However, this thing is unvolumed. It's an upthrust. It's 1 bar upthrust, but unvolumed. So there was no struggle, and this thing is unvolumed. That's why I'm so chill about this level. Yeah, there was way more space, and I didn't even take 2R. I take it up to 5 minutes to 2. No, it's okay. You can't make all the money in the world. Anywho, yeah, guys, queues at all-time highs. Be aware. SPY is its historical T1. Be aware. Don't tell me you were not warned. I'm looking at this guy, too high up there. And also, yeah, too high on daily and too high on minutes. This guy grinds up like there's no tomorrow. I'll keep an eye on it. Comcast breaks the level and goes down. It goes down. Changes direction. This guy changes direction, which makes sense. It's always painful to watch because I was like, I missed all of this and it was so obvious. It was right here. But it's also called catching falling knives. And yeah, or playing cover bounds. Either way, no bueno. Especially when it goes like this and monthly. It's in correction and change direction back to long, but correction is called a correction because it's weak and it kind of spins all the way, and it's not even close to 0.5 or anything after this kind of growth. Yeah, I'd be skeptical. I didn't change direction. 274, 273. No. The official answer is no. So we'll watch it at 0.5. Best Buy and Beyond. No, Best Bath and Beyond. Wait, Bath and Beyond. Yeah. Technically it held the level, but with volume like this. No, last volume of an hour. It didn't reach 0.5. It's not a manipulation, this is manipulation. It didn't have enough of power to reach T1, went far below 0.5 in this correction. I'd be very skeptical about the whole thing. But rules are rules. This is not Nam Denny. It's bowling. There are rules. You remember? What's his name? Is he Goldman? Something Goldman? What a role. What a character. What a performance. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it draws a crack in our relationship. I'm talking about Big Lebowski and his bestie. What's his name? Something Goldman. I'm pretty sure it's Goldman. Let's keep it open. Yeah. TNA, boom, change direction. Yeah, market's gonna twist and curl in the it's okay for a quick twist and curl in the all high levels of SPY and Qs, no doubt. Because it's a big what's the good English word I'm looking for? Like, it's potentially pivotal point. Are the market continue to new all-time highs, or will they bounce and we guys go? We already got like correction. So talking about recession now. What are we talking about? And it's summer and August is nearing, and August is the perfect time for perfect storms. You know what I mean? This thing changed direction, so no continuation of the trend. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second. In a jiffy, right? Is it a cool way to say in a second? In a jiffy. When I retire, I'll open an English class. English for foreigners by foreigners. I had a Armenian American English second language teacher in my English second language class, and her pronunciation, her grammar was perfect, but her pronunciation was suboptimal, to say the least. I was like, damn. And I'm the last one to discriminate people by national origin, namely accent, because I'm a person of accent myself. However, I do think, so I don't get offended when I see like standard American accent or all American accent on a breakdown. As an actor, I understand that some roles, some characters, they call in for standard American accent and all American looks. I would say English teacher is one of the professions that does require standard American accent of all the other things, because language is not only grammar or vocabulary, it's also phonetics, it's also pronunciation. Yeah. Anyhow, we'll see how it will interact with this level, but for now it's correct. It corrects. Look at this baby. What the heck? Ooh, look at this volume. So volume spring, correction, resumption. Is it resumption? The term I'm looking for? Resumption. Yeah, resumption of spring, correction, resumption of the long trend, long impulse. Look at these volumes. Look at these volumes. Look at these volumes. Oh no, this is not, yeah, no, forget it. And yet it's good for short, I think. Yeah. Not many like drastic drops, no. Let's see our dailies. So my eyes are on fjord because I want more fjord in my life. Now I'm second guessing myself whether I should have just dumped this position here, which I originally was doing, but then decided to short instead. And you guys, I found a way to short an American market. That's revolutionary. that overrides all the misfortunes of this big correction. So what I did here, remember I told you I cannot like short it because of the gaps and all of this, because it can gap against you and never break you even. So I need to use like real stop markets. But if I use stop markets, that's actually what I did here, to be honest with you. If I use real stop markets, it can like again gap against you and then go your direction. So what I did yesterday when I saw this short setup, I borrowed stock from myself. So I sold part of my position, half of my position, and then rebought it here and made some money. Could have made way more, but after this close in the break of the hourly level, I decided to just keep it up to T1 level, and I should have, because that was the sign of strength. That was a bigger volume though, and yet there was no guarantee it wouldn't bounce from the sign of strength slash T2 level, spring it here and just go up to manipulate this level, and then I would have shorted it again, but I didn't. It just went down. So no, in hindsight, it's unvolumed up thrust. There is no gosh, what's the English word I'm looking for? There's no garantia, like guarantee, but you don't say it in English. Garantia. Yeah, there's no guarantee. No one says that I'll be able to re-enter here at 0.5. Now once it changed direction, I'll be looking for adding more on Fjord, I think. And I'm also in this position. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, this guy goes higher. Doesn't give me a good entry. Google. Why am I? Right. I was supposed to watch, but never mind. It goes in correction. It's gonna close the lead, we call. So once the impulse shows first bar in the opposite direction, it closes the lead. Oops, sorry. It's still too early for me in the morning. Now with the night shoots, my schedule gets like a little messed up. Ooh. Yeah, no, Google is very concerning. Bearish. Yeah, Google sounds like a sentence. Yeah. On hourly though, it's 20th of June. It doesn't matter hourly. Daily is more important. 20th. Yeah. It's last hour. Yeah. And it's right here now in this volume. Yeah. I'd be very conservative. Unvolumed spring is a sentence. For real. Was there anything on the way up? Yeah, there was. Look at this. That was a little short, cute little trade. Right here. There was a little tour for those of us who doesn't have night shoots and wakes up early. Well, I woke up early, but I was meditating and like my morning routine. Yeah, everything looked great here. Yeah, almost perfect. but unvolumed, look at it. Ay, ay, ay. Also, very technically, there was a splash of volume on the second bar, so it also counts. So yeah, no, that could have counted. I think I would have chickened out because it's high and everything, and I don't use like margins, so I would use just like I would make crumbles. But here was a trade. Here was a trade. Here was a trade. Yeah, cute. What's dangerous though? Once again, unvolumed spring on daily is a sentence. This volume is in our face. And it shows right now, here's the volume. That's the last hour of the day, so. Yeah, no bueno. No bueno on Google. This guy's before 0.5 on daily, and we don't know the volume is. Well, it's actually here. Yeah, it's here. Oh, so gotta be careful. Oh, actually, that was the local extremum, and then it went down, down. But now confirmed. Doesn't matter. Now it's this. Gone without me. This is too far from 0.5. Mm. This is interesting. This might very well be my next victim. One bar roll here. One bar roll here. Interesting. It's really interesting. I just needed to come interact with the 959, 946. So 946, 946, 946. Here you go. 926. So yeah, it's doing it right now. I think this stock becomes our top priority because it 926, yeah, it already interacted with. How did that happen? I never copied the level. I just fix it. This stock is hairy though. I don't even know what it is. PLC. It must be British. And I have strong aversion to international stocks. 30,000 employees, 60 million cap, founded in 1923, 99.97 free float. London, the United Kingdom. Alcohol. Oh yeah. Johnny Walker, of course. Smirnov. What a scam. It's not Russian. It's British. Captain Morgan Baileys. Okay. All the yummies. I don't drink anymore, but an evil stock. It is. Alcohol is killing people and make their lives very dysfunctional. unless for like very, very, very small limited usage of alcohol in medicine, and that's not medicinal alcohol, neither it's like technical engineering. Consumption of alcohol by people is very detrimental, and I know that for a fact. So I'm keeping this because, yeah, that might be my new like sweetheart. It's not gonna jump off this yearly level, but volume is concerning though, of course. Let's see what happened there. Yeah, there was a big build up here last year. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty much all of this. Yeah, pretty much all of this. However, was there any level? I don't know. Yeah, we need an exhaustion volume. But sure enough, we can expect some movements. Yeah. I like the idea of this stock for now. Not what they do for a living, but where it is on monthly. And we don't trade stocks, we trade market situations. And this market situation pays us dividends as it should. 4%. It's a good dividend. Okay. Diageo is the philosopher, Diageo, right? And was he drinking? Was his famous? They all drank. They all like drank wine and partied. And most of them were pederasts as well, meaning they would engage in sexual activities with underage boys. Sad story. It's the matter of the fact the only way to get a decent education in ancient Greece was to engage in sexual activities with your teacher, philosopher. Sad story. I'm glad I earned my major degree in modern times, where it was just enough for my parents to pay it off. And I'm very grateful to my parents to pay me for my major degree. So I graduated college with no student debt, which was not really a thing back in the day and not a part of Russian mentality. However, my parents broke their asses so that I can sit now in the convenience of my home doing investment trading instead of working as a laborer elsewhere or fully reliant on my acting earnings, which are not sufficient to pay my life. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. I'm really, really grateful to you for educating me. And I'm well past this age when I was like, if I didn't go to college, I would have become a famous musician or a famous actor. Well, maybe, but also statistically, probably not. So I'm very sober about that. Yeah. Gosh, what I'm talking about. Sorry, you guys don't want to listen about it. You want to listen about stocks and how they are doing. But just to wrap up on that idea, there was a time in my life where I was even mad at my parents for forcing me into college, which gave me useless financial degree. Well, I don't think that way anymore. Oh, and that was while I was doing a corporate career in finance and was a CFO. I was still mad at my parents for forcing me into getting a major degree in finance. Oh, what an ungrateful child I am. I was a rebel. That's what my parents wanted of me, I guess. But be careful what you wish for. Mm. Yeah, I don't think it's viable, everything that's going here. Look how this guy grinds. Why didn't I trade it all the way up, on its way up? AKA continuation of the trend. You know what I mean? It was offering multiple entries, I'm sure about it. Well, I'm not sure about it, but there was potential. Like here. Yeah, right there. Potential. Unvolumed. Needs a test. Thing goes. That didn't give us a test. But anywho, we are here now, and then this happens. I don't know. Massacre. But yeah, long story short, there was after this bar closed, but with this volume, no, forget it. Forget it. Dudoosh. Nvidia, everything is at all-time highs. Oof. And it's balanced now. So it's actually good for short. Oof. Yeah, market is setting up for, and now getting concerned about my fourth position. Strongly feel that I should have closed like half of it here and kept it instead of shorting, but what's done is done. It was my first shorting experience. Not first, but this is the new strategy. That was my first viable, because I did like one short on UPS last year, and then I did one, I bought put last year or this year, I don't remember. Yeah, look at this. This is the end, my only friend, the end. Even though it looks perfectly bullish, but probably it's an exhaustion. Probably it's an exhaustion. Wow. Yeah, considering where we are on SPY now, like I'm kind of... After it gave us this volume, but it broke the level. I was expecting it to interact with this level and unvolumed. It's unvolumed. Relax. Chillax. Chillax. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very tempting to... And it's gonna close on the break, obviously. It's very tempting to do a little something here, but it's crazy also because oops, wait, what is that? Because it'll just go. Well, the wave is not gonna stop like abruptly. It's gonna be in the break. Good volume distribution, proper volume distribution here. Yeah, everything's gonna look beautiful except for the fact we're already in the monster level. So kind of last minute trade possible, but risky. My trading coach calls it jumping through the closing door, like, you know, in the subway or like public transportation, the door is already closing, but you like squeeze into, jump through it. It's that kind of deal. Same here, it's good in continuation of the trend, but should be super conservative because SPY and Qs are at the all-time highs. Look at this guy. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You are unforgettable. And that was a balance here. Yeah, so it's this really. It's this really. Huh. Actually, visually, maybe it's better for me not to correct daily levels with the hourly extremums and leave these little gaps so that you see they don't overlap one another. Huh. Maybe it's even a more convenient visual representation of the levels of superior and inferior time frame. Let me flirt with it. I'm such a perfectionist. Like I was like, it has to be like tick perfect, but maybe it doesn't. Let's see. Yeah, this looks all right actually. This looks all right. Why do I start feeling risky at the all-time highs all the time? It's the nature of human being. But now I'm conscious about it, so I know. So the nature of greed is such that you start like retailers and uninformed market participants, aka weekends, become way more active, buying at all-time highs and selling at all-time lows. But even being informed and knowing that we are at all-time highs on AMD, all of a sudden I start considering a continuation of the trend when it's like way too late, and I really should stay away. So this really, so these are the levels. So yeah, and I should really give up this habit of charting the stocks and situations that I'm not gonna trade. But technically, yeah, it's good in continuation of the trend. Okay, that's it for today. I have morning cover fjord. Morning cover fjord. Probably should have just closed here, but it could have broken it and just went up. This is a good volume. It's now in a balance. So you can easily go here, but on volume top thrust. It's my last hope. But if it goes here to update this level, then it can close in a unvolumed up thrust in a balance. That would be interesting to watch. Yeah, I'm still processing this decision making. Maybe poor decision making. Maybe I should have closed my position here. Not all of it, but this daily position, keeping the monthly where it is. We'll see. It's a learning process. All in all, I have positive outlook on Ford, considering where it is. You know what? Let's take a look at the our spine cues one more time. Look at this volume. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Are we going higher? Corrected to 0.5 and now ready to go higher? Well, at least we would expect some movement from here. We'll see. It's going to be all about how it interacts with T1 level. Same for Qs. That looks strong. We'll see about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still counting them waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It very may well be also like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because it's so fractal, it's impossible to calculate that. But yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this guy. Actually, new transitioning strong here. 1 bar reversal, anyone? One bar reversal, anyone? Good volume in 0.5 on daily though. In this volume, it's too much of a volume on a spring in the middle of the impulse, not in the beginning. Yeah. Everything was ducky until this volume. It's earnings too. It's not an interaction with the level. The struggle was here, the fight. Now it's just the level. Yeah, let's see how it goes. And I got a new sweetheart. Absolutely all eyes on this guy. What happens here? Well, actually, yeah. Huh. Counter trend though, but technically there was a trade. There was the sun. Dun, 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 dun. Can't do anything big here, but that was the trade. Bounced. Then one more. And then finally this volume comes. Test, and after test, this is hairy, but super technically here was the trade. Here comes the trade. That was a transition extreme technically. And yet, yeah, no, this was too scary. Like super technically, that was a trade, but I wouldn't take it. I would chicken out for sure. Yeah, I don't think it's a good trade, but is this volume? If this bar doesn't even interact now, forget it. 945. 945. Yeah, no, I wouldn't take it. But anyhow, let's keep on watching. Let's keep on watching this guy. So it's high interest for me here. I'll continue eating myself up. But what could I do? No, I mean, I did everything wrong. Oh, right. I shorted. Shouldn't kill this, but I shouldn't have killed this position just because it's at the level. So, and I already made money here on an hourly trade. So this was a good trade. And then daily trade came in and 2 hours, you know. Yes, with resistant level and monthly, but look at this volumes. So, no, come on, Misha. Come on, Misha. And this is absolutely unvolumed. It's absolutely unvolumed. Okay, didn't hold. Okay, I'm gonna go for my jog. I'm gonna leave you alone. You guys trade responsibly on your own. Carry out all decisions at your own discretion. Never listen to anyone. No one knows anything. Learn and grow in the communities of like-minded people, just like myself. Take care now.